Hey, welcome back once again to Jack's Tech Corner. I'm your host Jack, and today we're going to do, as I'm sure the title has given it away already, an unboxing video. Now, you may say, Jack, what are we going to be unboxing? What are you going to be opening up for us today? Well, as a lot of you might have known from my Facebook group, and if you're not on the Facebook group, please stop over. And the Facebook group name is, obviously, Jack's Tech Corner. And stop by there. We'd love to get you on and be able to follow along with the different stuff that we talk about. So recently I was talking about going on a trip. Actually, we're leaving next Monday for a couple days, and we're going to be taking a trip with a lot of nature. And I told my wife, I said, it'd be really nice again if I have a wide-angle lens. So I think I need to purchase a wide-angle lens. Now, I just sold one because I sold one with my DX camera, and the new camera I bought is the D600. It's an FX camera, so that's the difference. So I had to buy an FX lens. So let's go ahead and look at that lens now. I bought it from my fine my fine folks at Adorama. Adorama is a great place to pick up stuff. And my partner at work actually just asked me, said, well, did you shop around maybe in Amazon, see if you can get a cheaper price? If you buy good professional quality glass for your camera, good lens, they're going to all be about the same price. If you find it cheaper, be very leery. There could be something wrong with it. Or it could be gray market lens, which be careful about gray market. It's not, they're not selling it to you to be nice to you to make it cheaper. Most times gray market means aftermarket. Gray market means it could have came from another country, and then you're not going to get a U.S. warranty on it. So think about that. It's pretty important. So we're going to go ahead here and just open this box up. Adorama has been a really good company. I've been working with them for quite a few years and buying equipment. They did drop us as a sponsorship, but that's something to do with the taxes. It's nothing to do with the shows. So it is just based around the taxes itself. All right, we're going to open this up. That's where we got the bill of sale, which make sure you keep your bill of sale. First of all, I got a rebate on this lens. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But the second thing is, if you ever send it in for warranty, you need a copy of your invoice. So make sure you have that. Next, they send you, as any good company would send you, right? They send you a catalog. So here's an Adorama camera catalog that we can take and we can buy more stuff. Here's their packaging. And sure enough, there it is. Set that on the floor. It's a Tokina. It's a Tokina, so it's Tokina. And this is an ATX Pro FX 4 digital SLR cameras. So they built this for the full frame camera. So if you have a full frame camera and you're looking for a wide angle lens, well, this is it, a 17 by 35. And soon within this video, I don't like to just see people unboxing stuff and not showing you the end results. I think that's just bad manners, if nothing else. But we're going to take a couple lenses here outside. I'm going to take some pictures, and we're going to we'll go from, let's say, a 50 millimeter lens, a fixed lens, and then I'll put the 17 by 35 millimeter wide angle lens and shoot from the same spot, and I'll show you the difference you're going to get with that wide angle. So let's open this up. This lens does come with a 3-year limited warranty. It came with a 3-year limited warranty. I didn't pay anything extra for 3 years. So Tokina is giving you 3 years on their lens. Just amazing to have 3 years on the lens. The next thing, it comes with the owner's manual. So you can see how to put it together. And yeah, that's nice. Looks really good there. And this is funny here because it's for the ATX 16 by 28 FX. And the ATX 17 by 35. Okay, that's the one I bought. Here's the difference. And I kicked this around a lot before I bought this lens. The ATX 16 by 28 millimeter f2.8. You might be looking at that lens thinking that's the lens you want because it's an f2.8. The one I bought is an f4. Okay. In talking to a few of my friends, what we talked about was, do you need that real low shallow depth of field? Are you going to be shooting in real low light where you have to worry about shooting at f2.8? And I had an f4 before and it worked for me. But what the real selling point was The f2.8, you can't use any filters on it, any lens filters. There's no threads on the front of it. Where the f4, the one I purchased, you can use filters. That was a selling point, and this lens was about $100 cheaper, so you're saving money. Plus right now, you get a $40 rebate. At least when this video has been done, you get a $40 rebate. There's the top of the box. And Tokina is notorious for this. There's really not much in the box. Right? There's the cardboard, there's a lens, and then there's cardboard. That's it. Alright, let's put this down so we don't drop anything on the floor. We shall move our scissors over there. Okay, so this is the lens. They just wrap it like they normally would. And actually, Adorama, I can say also, I ordered this Sunday night at about maybe 10 o'clock Sunday night. And today's now Wednesday, and I have it in my hands already. Now, granted, they're in New York City, and we're in Pennsylvania, so it wasn't that far to ship it. Here's your lens. It's built quite like the other lens was. It has an autofocus, and it has an autofocus ring, so if you pull it down, you can have manual focus. Let me take this off. I'm going to show you this. Let me see here. Get that off of there. Okay. So the way they work, there's a ring on here that you pull down. Some people like it, some people don't. So it's autofocus when it's up, and when you pull it down and disengage it, then it's manual focus. Most of the time, you're just going to leave it on autofocus anyway, so it's not a big deal. I see here this does turn from 17 to 35. It is kind of stiff, but it is brand new, right? It's a brand new lens, so you'll have that. And there's the glass itself. And you can see the threads in there. Maybe you can see those or not, but there's threads around the inside of this lip, and that is the threads that we use for the actual filters, to put the filters on there. And if you look at the lens, if we look under the cap here, we'll see, now somewhere, we're looking here for it, the filter size should be, well, let's look on this side, I'm sorry. 82. So there's an 82 millimeter filters you got to buy for these, 82 millimeter. And if you buy, I'm going to tell you something about filters. I'll give you a little tidbit of information if you've never heard this before. But when you buy filters, a lot of people make the mistake of buying filters for each lens they own. Buy the filter for the biggest ring that you own, and then buy step downs to go down to the smaller rings. You can do it that way. That's the best way to do it. So they'll step it down to size based on whatever lens opening you have. All right, so that is the actual lens itself. It does come with a lens hood, naturally. So you do get a lens hood. And I learned before, if you're shooting with wide angle lenses, you're outside with any sunlight, use your lens hood, because you're going to get some sun glare, some glare into your pictures. If you don't use the lens hood, make sure you use the lens hood. The lens I currently have on here right now is the lens we talked about before at one time or another. And this is the Sigma 24x70. We talked about this lens. And it just came back from the shop, and it was under warranty. We're going to pull it off. We're going to take this one off of here. And we'll just line up. It comes with a nice alignment dot. Just align that with our other dot here. And we're going to put that on our camera. And we'll see what kind of pictures we can take here with this. Turn it on. Take a look. So if I go to 17, I have the whole entire room right here. The whole room. Pretty much I caught the whole room. It's very, very amazing how wide this is. And we're going to take a look at that in pictures coming up here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the unboxing video and keep watching, though, because we're going to go right into, we'll transition right into some pictures, and I'll tell you about those in just a few minutes. So I'll see you then. Okay. What I'm going to show you now is some of those pictures that I just took. I went outside with that wide angle lens that we just unboxed, and I took some shots with it just walking around the neighborhood. Of course, this first one I wanted to show you here is actually, and I didn't close this out yet. Let me do this. Okay. This first shot is actually just a quick picture I took as we were doing the unboxing. When I first put the lens on, I opened it up. It's a 17 millimeter shot of the studio. Don't mind some of the mess there. I'm sorry about that. But it's a studio, right? It's stuff. We bring stuff in. You can see my tripod's against the wall in the back. There's the a BSW box. Obviously, it was a recording device I opened right there on the floor. So I tend to keep my boxes because you never know if you're going to ship something back or something breaks. So that is the first shot we took. Then I went outside and I took a few shots with my 50 millimeter lens. Let me come down here and click on here. This is actually the first shot I grabbed of the back of the house with the 50 millimeter lens. Then I grabbed another one. Alright, once we grabbed these shots, then what I did was I put the wide angle lens on and I went back to the exact same spot I was standing at. I then shot this shot at the same exact spot. Look how much more grass I got right in front of me. Look at this. Amazing how much more grass. Not to mention the skyline and the two neighboring houses, right? You pick all that up. That is what the wide angle lens will do for you. It's beautiful for nature, and it's also beautiful. I can show you some basketball pictures I did last year with a Tokina wide angle lens. And it's amazing to see how much of a gymnasium you can actually get and bring into the picture. Here's another one, wide angle. This I just put the 50 millimeter up and actually walked up closer. And just, no, these are wide angle. I'm sorry. I just got closer to the pool, and these are still wide angle shots. As you can still see the house on the left side over this side, as well as you can still see some of the house on the right hand side. Next, I decided to go up to the front of the house and take some pictures. The tree on the right over here. Let me see. I don't know where I'm pointing to up here. So I guess the tree over there. I can't see myself right now. But that tree is actually a tree that we are removing right now. So, but you get the idea of the front of the house, how wide this camera actually shoots. Now here's another one because I wanted to move the camera to one focal point. The focal point, the focus point of the whole camera, the focal point, was the corner of the tree. So if you look between the corner of the tree and the roof, I'm pointing down here, so hopefully you can see that. That was the focal point. I then changed with this shot to that same focal point with a 50 millimeter lens, and you can see just how much we got there. Very, very little of the corner of the house, the front of the car, and only the back bumper of the truck. A lot different from this shot right here. All right, a lot of difference here. So that is what the 17 by 35 millimeter is going to gain for you, as well as the Tokina. If you have a DX lens, buy the Tokina 12 by 24. It'll do these same kind of shots, and it is amazing. I have amazing pictures hanging in my house. I love shooting wide angle, always have, and I truly enjoy shooting wide because it just gives you a different perspective. All right. This was just a close-up here I did with the 50 millimeter. I just wanted to get close up on the car just to get a shot. All right, this one here I actually knelt down beside this tractor I found down the road, and I took a picture. This is actually something that somebody's what do they call that? Not remanufacturing. They're rebuilding it, giving it an overhaul, and I guess they call it restoring. They're going to restore it. But so I got down on my, I knelt down right beside the tractor, and I got this shot with the 50 millimeter lens. And I thought, okay, well that's great at 50 millimeters. What's it going to look like if we shoot it wider? Another shot at 50, and now we have a shot here at 17. So 17 millimeters, this is the type of shot you're going to get. A nice wide shot. But then I wanted to get it a little tighter, another wide one here. So I closed the 17 down, and I went down to 35. And this is the shot I got with the 35 millimeter. So don't think if you have that wide angle lens on your camera that you're not going to get some close-up pictures also. Everything doesn't have to be wide and landscapey or wide and spread out. You can also drill that lens down to 35 millimeters. So the lens is a remarkable lens. It's not the all-round lens. You have to have a different glass. You just have to have different pieces of glass in your arsenal. But it is a good lens. I shot a whole parade with it one year. It's a great walking around lens. I had a lot of fun with it. And like I said, I mainly bought it for this trip coming up because it's a great, great landscaping lens. And I think that's it. So and that's all of them right there. Let me bring these cameras back around here a little bit. Let's see here. And I also want to bring, if I can find it here, bring this back over here. Right about there. Okay, folks, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the unboxing of the Tokina. Once again, it's a very heavy lens also, if I don't crack my camera there. The Tokina 17 by 35 millimeter lens. 17 by 35. Again, it's a great lens. It works exceptionally well. Razor sharp focus, very fast focusing lens. And I truly enjoy shooting a wide angle lens. Folks, if you want to help me out with these shows, and by all means, there's a couple different ways you can help us out. One is visit our sponsors' websites. You can go to SmugMug, but go to my website if you go there, jackstechcorner.com, and use the SmugMug link. If you go to SmugMug, you can use Jack's Tech Corner and get 20% off. So these shows are partially sponsored by SmugMug. Also, if you buy anything from Amazon, if you're going to buy your new lens and buy it from Amazon, please use my link on my website. It helps me out. It doesn't cost you another nickel, nothing. But just a time to go to my website. Remember to click on that link before you buy from Amazon. And not just lenses. If you buy, we have people that use our link to buy things like diapers for their babies, socks for their husband, whatever. It doesn't have to be electronics. It could be anything. Amazon sells a ton of stuff. So if you're purchasing from Amazon, use my link. Save it as a favorite and then use it all the time. I would really appreciate that. It does help out. If you're a photographer and you want to pick up one of the great DVDs, by all means, grab one of those DVDs. You'll learn more about Photoshop elements and Lightroom than you ever thought you'd want to know. I teach you step by step, and I do it in a very systematic way. But if anything else, folks, at least subscribe to these videos. I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for watching and these shows. And I hope you come back to my YouTube channel more often and visit me here. So please leave comments and let me know if you purchased this lens, the Tokina 17 by 35. It's a thumbs up so far, and I'll let you know even more about next week after a trip. Maybe I'll shoot some videos on the trip with the D600 and bring all that back to you also, and we'll see how that looks. Thanks again for watching. See you next time. Take care. Until then, keep your shutters clicking, keep your editors editing, and I'll see you back here very soon. Bye for now.